it's shredded.
What a glorious day this is.
Yes.
Lots
It
of
is. Good
excitement,
Friday.
lots of excitement, and wonderful to be here. Would you all like to join me in our opening song? Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Yes, indeed, it is. I can feel it. Thank you so much, Robin, for live streaming our Sunday services. Thank you, all of you, for helping to support our Unity ministry. You may go to PayPal. You can see all this information up here, or our website, which has lots of great information, the website, and click donate button. Or you can bring your fabulous energy and presence here with us and be a part of this incredible movement of love and light that we generate here and spread through the world, which is very needed every day. Next Sunday is September the 20th, and it is birthday Sunday. Nice. Okay, and we are having our fabulous.
Looks good on you, Rob.
I know it's.
That is great. I'm totally lost myself looking at this. I've lost my place. I've lost my words.
We need a song or something.
So we're having our celebration next Saturday from 11 to 2, and it is our 100-year anniversary. And we're going to be doing this. This is our Granny Panty game. Yes.
Lots of balls. We'll be doing this out on
Yes.
the lawn.
Granny Pants. The Granny Pants game. We're going to have lots of other games. Yes.
We'll find it.
We'll find it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes, there it is. It's in your pants.
It's in my pants.
Excellent.
Good job.
Excellent. Yes. So please join us from 11 to 2. And we'll have hot dogs and lots of gaiety, and just be here. It's 100 years, 100-year celebration of Unity of Billings. That is just so good.
Invite your friends.
Yeah, bring your friends.
Bring your friends, share it on Facebook.
Exactly.
Grab it up with Unity's Facebook page.
Join us. It's going to be hilarious, no doubt.
We're gonna have tic-tac-toe, bean bags, yes.
And toes was one other favorite.
Real toes. What?
With real toes.
Yes.
Take a- So as we continue to infuse the light and the love into this world with our very presence, there is a equinox sound bath, or the autumnal equinox sound bath with Connie Johnson, Monday, September the 22nd, 6:30 p.m. Love offerings are accepted. If you have not attended one of those, they are outstanding. And Connie just continues to explore her craft and get better and better and bring higher and higher energy to us. Our meditation room is available from 9:30 a.m. on Sundays, and not from, but at 9:30, from 9:30 until 11. And Monday and Tuesday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. Today, our minister will be speaking. Our Reverend. What's the difference between a Reverend and a minister anyway?
Same.
Same thing, same. Reverend Edee Weigel, Realization. And this is a very timely talk for some of the things that are happening in our world, which is ongoing. There's always going to be things happening in our world. And that's why we come here, we gather ourselves, we bring our love and our light and infuse that and send it out into the world, the much needed world. On September 21st will be Reverend Jim Reindaler, and his message is Jesus and Superman. And yeah, Reverend Reindaler is always fun. And on September 28th will be Brian Lothian, and he will speak to us of the mystical path. And play music. Yes, that's going to be a wonderful day. Every day at Unity is a wonderful day. And now, if everyone will take some deep cleansing breaths, center themselves for the Unity song with David Friedman.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no one out there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me, there's just one, there's just unity. One flower, one presence, one light to lead the way, all loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world is darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you. I will always be. I am one. I am unity. We are one. We are
Thank you, David.
Hey Linda, can I interrupt you just for a second?
Yes.
We kind of went over just mentioning it, but we are gonna have some basket raffles. And we are putting together some really fun baskets for people. We're gonna sell tickets for, a ticket for $1, 6 for $5, or a stretch for 20, so you have lots of chances. But a friend made a couple of these, this is only one of them. This will be in a basket, so there'll be other things with it. But just wanted to let you guys know, because there's gonna be some fun stuff to try and win. The open house is not meant to be a fundraiser. It's just to let people know we're here and what Unity is about. But we thought we'd have a little fun with some basket raffles too.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Robin. Robin and Susan are the chairpersons for
And
this, and Jess for this, this awesome thing. So this awesome thing, this celebration. So it's going to be so good. I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry,
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm just all
candle.
good. The candle, yes. Thank you. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's quite right. Well, the Christ candle is, as we light, for some of you that may or may not know, the reason that we light the Christ candle and have the Christ candle is that it is a symbol of the indwelling light of Christ within us. And not just light of Christ, but the Christ that is within us. And that we have access to that power and that energy and that light at all times. And that's the good news of Unity, that it reminds us of who we are. So today, on Sunday, September 14th, we're going to speak. What?
Yeah, I was totally doing it.
What did you do last night? I want to know.
My daughter's in town. I took her twins. It was crazy town. So now I'm going to light the Christ candle, which I already explained what it was all about.
We
So here we
should
go.
have a blooper section.
I know, we need that, for sure, right? Comedy is positive energy, right? The Christ light, indwelling Christ within us. We're good. Okay. And now we're going to speak of bravery and being brave, which is our daily word. And if any of you would care for your own personal copy of the daily word, which I highly recommend, it's nice to have it close at all times. Just to refer to, because even though it's not the specific date or anything that relates, you can just open it and read something that is very significant, and I use it constantly. But today, we're going to speak of brave. Please join me in affirming brave. Through the power of God within me, I am brave. If I want to have a greater, more expansive experience of life, I must be brave and move beyond the trepidation that holds me back. I do not judge myself for hesitating, but I don't let it stop me. Instead, I take my reluctance as a cue to call upon the strength of God within me to push past my fear and move forward. So much life lies on the other side of my fear. I believe I am meant to live a fulfilling, satisfying life. Whether I am interested in having grand adventures or simply stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things, I can rely upon the divine within as I summon the courage to do new things. I affirm I am brave. As this becomes the truth of my heart, my experience of life expands. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather a spirit of power and of love and of self-discipline. 2 Timothy. And if you'll join me again in affirming brave. Through the power of God within me, I am brave. And let's affirm once again just the I am brave part. And God is, I am. I am brave. Our unity foundation principle. Our unity of foundation principle. No. Unity Foundation Principle, yes. Join me, please. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our Unity of Billings affirmation. Through divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. And now we'll take a moment and gather your tithes, your prayers, your love and light, infuses those items, your intentions, and join me in praying. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. And Robin will play us some fabulous music, and the offering plate will come to visit you.
I wanted that. I don't know about you.
When my mind is like a battlefield and my heart is broken by dreams, and hope seems like a ship that's lost at sea. My enemies on every side, I'm tempted to run and hide. Your gentle whisper reaches out to me. Holds me when I'm broken, sweet peace passes understanding. When the whole world is crashing down, I fall to my knees and breathe in your peace. Terror of my senses, I can feel your angels all around. I am resting underneath the shelter of my wings. Your promises are where my heart's found. Oh, my hope, peace. Holds me when I'm broken, sweet peace, that passes understanding. When the whole world is crashing down, I fall to the ground and breathe in your peace.
Thank you for your gifts, of your presence, of your energy, of your light, your tithes, as we infuse this very special place, sacred place, with our energy. And as that energy moves throughout our community, throughout Montana, throughout the world, of light and love and unity. And so it is. All right. So here we are, September 14th, and Reverend Edee Weigel will share with us her message of realization. So I'm going to be here. This place. Good morning.
Good morning.
I always think of Robin Williams when I say that. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Billings of Montana. September 12th would have been my mother's 99th birthday.
Wow.
She was born in 1926. And realization, I've had quite a interesting experience writing this talk with my mother. Yeah, September the 12th was her birthday. So my Virgo mother. That's why I'm so precise and organized. Thank God for my Virgo mother. Just thinking a little bit about my mother. She was in the women's rights movement of the 60s. She got a minister's license. You know, there weren't that many women that were ministers of church back then. So thank you, Mother. She always told me, have your own job, make your own money, and make your own way with God. But don't be too dependent on anyone else. It's you and God. So it's like, thank you, Mother. I would like for us to take our hymnals, and there's a beautiful affirmation on page 53, or would be, I guess, item 53. I'm not sure what page it is. And we can read it together very slowly and really let these words, I love this, is from my mother, permeate our consciousness. Thank you, Mother, for the words that I use every day. We read these words together. It permeates our consciousness, and we share it in collective consciousness. 53, it's towards the front. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. See, I teach yoga on Wednesday nights, so we're on our toes. I guess I'll have a moment here. This would be the Edee announcements here for a moment. Teaching yoga on Wednesday nights at the Huntley Museum has been life-changing for me, and I've been changing about 13 people's lives that live out there in the Huntley Ward and Valentine area that would be never exposed to going to yoga if I wasn't saying super easy, beginners wanted, and starting people from scratch. And I'm building a really great little yoga community out there. I asked them the other day, I said, do you want to know about real yoga or just the exercises? They go, we want the whole thing. Okay, so we do the breathing and the affirmations and all the things that yoga can do for you. Yoga is a great structure on the journey. The other announcement I have is I found the rest of the kittens that belong with Virgil, the little kitten I rescued. Yesterday I was doing my barn chores and I heard a little kitten meowing, and I looked over and I went, oh, Virgil, you got out of the house. I was doing chores in and out of the house, but I didn't see the kitten get out. Then another one sat next to it and I went, so now I have 3 Flame Point Siamese, plus 1 little orange tabby. But they're living in the wall behind the barn, and when I got close, they all scooted away. But anyway, and so I've been feeding them this morning, early this morning. I'm out there with the food, and they're all coming out. So I'm like, all of a sudden, I think I have 7 cats now. 4 barn cats, 3 in the house. But, you know, life goes on. Cats are fun. So we have the 7-fold affirmation, 7 cats affirmation. Things always correlate, don't they? But let's read this very slowly, and a little pause in between each sentence, or stanza as we are. Let's read together. I am a child of the living God.
I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. It is my life, my strength, my courage, my patience, my peace, my poise, my power, my wisdom, my understanding, my joy, my inspiration, and my abundant supply. Unto this great power I entrust all my problems, knowing they will be solved in love and justice. O Lord Christ, I have laid all my desires upon thine altar, and I rest in thy graciousness. Amen. I remember as a little child, they used to say, take your troubles to the Lord and lay them there. And so we bless all the people and all the news lately, praying from this powerful source that all the lives will be affected in a positive way and that people will be lifted up and get closer together, that this doesn't have to be a super negative. It can be life-changing. Some of us this morning that are older, we're talking together about, we remember where we were when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. So we're like, it was life-changing for us in our young lives. So it brings people together. Come on, people, get together right now. Some of the songs from back then. So let there be peace on earth was a song that we sang at camp when I was a kid. And it's a song to keep singing. We all hold each other's hands and we're praying for this world. So today I'm talking about realization, which, as you know, sometimes expands into broader subjects. We're realizing that it's time to change our closets, time to take all the summer clothes up to the upstairs, and I'm trying to clean my house and get it more beautiful and organized. All the winter clothes keep coming down. We're also realizing that we're going to have to start thinking about getting ready for cold. We live in Montana. It can be 105, it can be 42 below, but we are tough. Since we're on YouTube land, it's going out there, we're tough, we're Montanans. The other thing I love is driving up towards the mountains and getting to see all the fall colors. I have a friend with an apple tree, and she said, anyone that wants apples, we can make a trip up to Pryor and get some apples from the apple tree. So I will be planning a trip like that with my big truck. So we'll maybe take a field trip with some big boxes and fill them up with apples. But this time of year, I love this time of year. I turned off my irrigation this morning and I'm done for the year. And have you helped me with irrigation before? Yeah, it's a lot of work. Shovels and plastic and praying that it doesn't go towards the basement. Thank you, God, for water. On the spiritual journey, realization. Realizations are constantly unfolding and evolving. In other words, just as you get there, another door, another path, another opportunity, another challenge presents itself. And I'll say this again, just as you get there moves ahead.
True.
I was driving the other day and I was looking way ahead and there was just the sunlight, just make that mirage of water on the road. Remember as a kid, we'd all look way ahead and my mother, it's a mirage. So I was like, wonder how many other things are mirages of our consciousness. Just as you get there, it suddenly disappears and you're looking forward to the next thing. The key to evolving is the realization that we're never finished on our spiritual quest. We never get there. We're just constantly moving towards it. So it's the path that we choose to live on. We are forever a work in progress. You know that sign, men at work, women at work. We are a work in progress, and our quest for spiritual light and spiritual peace and spiritual love is what we're working on. So So realize that now. Spiritual light, spiritual peace, spiritual love. That's what we want. And we realize that love, light, and peace are abundant and limitless when it comes from within, the indwelling God within. Each and every one of us is that source. The subconscious mind is the doer. I'm thinking about my mother here. Your subconscious mind is the doer, the machine, the mover in all of our mental, physical, and spiritual affairs. We program the subconscious mind. It's like it's perfect artificial intelligence, except it's supreme divine intelligence. The subconscious mind, it absolutely will do whatever you tell it to do. It is the mover and the doer. It makes things happen. So program it with care. When we feed it what it needs, our subconscious becomes linked to our consciousnesses. I know that Reverend Phil was talking about consciousness, it's hard to say, consciousnesses in the plural. Would it be consciousness? Anyway, we have levels of consciousness. But when you feed it what it needs, it becomes linked to your consciousness. And your multi-levels of consciousness run behind the daily drama that we all navigate. So we live in multi-dimensions. We're actually living on, I remember 3-dimensional tic-tac-toe. Well, we're living on multi-dimensions at all times. But we feed it what it needs. Our consciousnesses evolve into the finer, lighter energies that manifest whatever we need and want. Whatever we need and want. Peace, wealth, happiness, feelings of being safe, feelings of being protected. And again, I think I should repeat the above. You feed your subconscious what it needs. It is the doer. You tell yourself, I am safe, I am secure, I am surrounding everyone around me with the power of good, and no plague shall come nigh my dwelling. Whatever you see when you look out the window. I guess that reminds me of Ernie one time. We looked out, saw a tornado. And he grabs my arm. He goes, are you praying? And I go, yeah. And he goes, pray out loud. No plague shall come nigh our dwelling. And yes, it jumped right over the house. It took the roof off the barn. Didn't touch the house. We fixed it right up. Good old Ernie, he was one of those doers. He could do anything. Fix the barn, fix anything, fix the car. But you take time daily for spiritual nourishment because you're feeding your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is fantastic. It's like this computer. I mean, I'm sure when they invented computers, something was feeding. Was it Steve Jobs' mind? Apple computer?
Yes. Well, what it was, yeah. Yeah, but also.
Yes. But he was reading Autobiography of a Yogi.
Yeah.
So he understood the big picture. So he made this little thing called a little computer. Very puny little thing compared to the magnificence of God. Take time daily for spiritual nourishment. Prayer and meditation opens our consciousness and prepares the way to receive these truths. And we will realize truth as we evolve our spiritual nature. The truth is there is but one spiritual universe. There's only one spiritual universe, and it's the kingdom of God, which is the same on earth as it is in heaven. There is only one spiritual universe. It's a vibration, it's the cosmic motor, it's the intelligence that makes everything work. The sap in the trees, our hearts, our blood, everything works because of the spiritual universe. As human beings, however, we cannot behold heaven on earth until we have developed our spiritual faculties. You have to get, I call it holy man vision, holy man glasses. You start seeing things differently. You can't see heaven on earth until you develop your spiritual faculties. If we are to truly behold heaven on earth, we must develop the spiritual faculty of discernment. Discernment. We must realize that discernment is the key to manifesting heaven on earth. Discernment is something entirely different from any of the human faculties or physical senses. Discernment is something entirely different from any of the human physical senses, none of which can bear witness to truth. Discernment can open our spiritual eyes and hearts to seeing God's hand in all things. God's hand in all things, even with all the turmoil on the news. We evolve our inner reactions to a deep inner knowing. There's also good news, and there's also good stories, and there's good things happening as well. I keep praying for these people that have been affected by the news lately, and knowing their generation will look back upon it like we look back upon John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, Martin Luther King. I mean, these were all big changes in our generation. Now the younger people have their moment, but it makes us get closer together. It makes us want to connect. We keep affirming positive prayers for everyone in need. We keep affirming. Never let those bad thoughts get in your mind. You just keep affirming positive. The person who has risen to the place of dwelling in the higher consciousness is living in an entirely different world. So when you are constantly affirming, constantly lifting yourself up, you're living in an entirely different world. Finer, lighter energy. You have holy man eyes, holy man vision. You see the truth in everything. You see God's hand in everything, and you trusting this. This is realization. The higher the level of consciousness, the less chance a person has to slide downward into less favorable states of mind. In other words, choose enlightenment. Choose enlightenment. I wrote, oh yeah, choose enlightenment. I know that I've talked about enlightenment and made a few cosmic jokes about wondering, how does a holy man drive through traffic? How does a holy man drive through traffic? You know, you just can visualize all the lights turning green, everybody waiting for him, and he just drives through like, you know, Moses going through the Red Sea, right? Everything just opens up for him. So how does an enlightened soul navigate life? With grace. An enlightened soul navigates life with grace. Grace is a word that comes to my mind. Enlightenment, grace, true realization of a higher state of consciousness and conscious use of our spiritual mind leads to a life lived in a perpetual state of grace. Yeah. The person who has even glimpsed a bit of the divine state of mind can return again and again in surrender, in prayer, in meditations, returning again and again until our path is made clear that we want to stay in this state of grace. This divine state of mind in all ways, at all times. It's like you just put on this coat, you know, Jacob's coat of many colors. You put on this coat and you wear it because this is the new you. The new coat of paint on your consciousness. You're living in a perpetual state of grace. We cultivate a higher consciousness as we outgrow a material sense of life and begin to think in terms of God. Letting go of the material and living in a sense of God in you at all times. The divine sense of being in the right place at the right time and following our spiritual destiny to rise into a higher consciousness and way of being. A lot of this talk came from a book of my mother's. It was called Between Two Worlds by Joel S. Goldsmith. I remember her reading this book in bed as I would come down the hall with a cup of coffee. I would be like Juniper. When I was like 5, I'd make the instant coffee and then carry it to my mother. She'd be reading Joel Goldsmith. And I would just look at her and she would just look at me and she was just like lit up. She just leaned back in bed, enjoy the morning air, reading these books. She always had her meditation in the mornings. So a lot of these ideas, I was kind of looking at the book a little bit, but then I set it down and I just took off writing. True realization comes with discernment. And we have felt divine grace at least once in one aspect of our lives. All of us have felt a moment of divine grace. And then you want more. Wouldn't it be great to just feel that way all the time? Like being on this perfect channel that's always playing exactly what you need to hear. It's there. We just have to tune in. We can have more. As we tune into the music of our souls, heavenly music, I hear in my mind, peace be still. Peace be still. Be still and feel the divine grace of the Holy Spirit feeding your heart and soul. It feeds your heart and soul the spiritual nourishment it needs to thrive in the higher state of mind, and enlightenment comes. And it comes with a higher consciousness that is a flame burning so bright within you that it never falters and it never flickers. You have this flame. It's the fiery flame. It's protection. It's like Archangel Michael's sword. It's true God power. This is a state of grace. It burns bright with discernment. We make the choice to live in faith, not in fear. We make the choice to live in faith, not fear. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. Choose the light. Choose to walk with the divine aspects of life. This is heaven on earth. You're walking and you feel your angels are with you all the time. They're always with you. Do you say, hi, you're with me. I'm lifted up. I can deal with this. I'm strong. We must choose a higher path. We must. We're on a spiritual journey. We're going to choose this higher path, a more spiritual way of dealing with the world. We need to leave that world outside of us, outside. And we turn within for a new world. We have a world within us. This space between the two worlds has been called the path or the way, but it's the path from a material sense of being to living in the higher consciousness of God realization. I was writing this and I just couldn't stop writing. Discernment, the cat's crawling up my leg. Get up. Discernment becomes our goal, and we choose the path. As discernment and right identification with divine truth and divine power becomes our goal in our spiritual work, we feel a shift in our consciousness. It's like, wow, those new vitamins are working. It's vitamin G, G for God. We feel it, a shift in our consciousness, our inner concepts of our spiritual self-identification is changing. Our self-identification's changing. We realize how powerful we are. Our self-concept is changing as we choose the world within. The world within. We begin to realize spiritual fulfillment. Realizing spiritual fulfillment. We begin to experience conscious union with God and a new conscious awareness of our true identity, our true magnificent identity. I wrote, wow, wow. Even while we are working out specific problems, we remember that the solving of problems is not really the purpose of spiritual studies. Meditation and prayer, they're only for the goal of fulfillment. So we're not having spiritual life to work on problems. We have a spiritual life to become consciously at one with God within us. To be filled with God, with Christ, with the Holy Spirit, to have God realization is fulfillment. I pray when I start my meditation, reveal thyself to me. Oh God, reveal thyself to me. And my heart is just filled with divine grace. It's just a light goes on. You know, I may live out on that ranch alone. I am not alone, and I'm not lonely. I am filled with divine grace. When we go to God, we must go for the gift of God, not for solving our problems, but for the gift of God as a spiritual impulse that takes form in the mind and then comes forth as a harmonious body. The gift of God is not in the outer world. It is something of an incorporeal nature. Incorporeal, not physical, but of the spirit, a form in our mind. Our relationship with God is a form in our mind. And when we do realize this gift from God is a mental form, it will translate itself into our life and our experiences into tangible forms. Wow. Wow. Lift off. The gift of God will transform into our outer world. We will realize the hand of God, air quotes, guiding us in all of our affairs, protecting, guiding us to our highest and best. Realization of God's goodness in tangible forms. First, God is an incorporeal being, a vision within, and we take it there. Then all the magic and miracles happen. Realization that our own spiritual resonance is healing not only ourselves, but our world. I wrote this just the other day. We're not only healing ourselves, we're healing the world. This resonance we have is a vibration. We realize that we can be healers by the vision we carry in our minds, the tangible thought form of God. Shine bright, O Spirit. I wrote, oh, wow. The world within us is God's world. We mentally affirm, I'm ready to realize my true spiritual nature. You mentally affirm this. Let's just whisper it now. I am ready to realize my true spiritual nature. I am ready to realize my true spiritual nature. It's like you just leave the barn door open. Let everything take shelter within. Mentally, we hold the ideal of discernment. We choose to rise above the dross of the outer world, and we choose the way to our inner world and our inner vision of God. And we can affirm this. I release, I choose peace. Let's say this together. I release, I choose peace. We feel ourselves trusting in God's truth and God's divine guidance in all of our ways. And we can affirm, I release, I choose peace. I release, I choose peace. We feel enlightened, lighter in body, and illumined in the spirit. And we visualize the Spirit of God within us. We follow our spiritual destiny to fulfillment. We realize that we are one with God. Realization, God's within us. We are one with the power of the universe. Nothing, no plague shall come nigh my dwelling. This all-powerful force is creating and healing through the world as well. We have the power to heal this world. We are poised, peaceful, and protected. And let's affirm this. I release, I let go. I release, I let go. And we can affirm, I move forward with a clear mind and heart. I move forward with a clear mind and heart. Let's breathe deep for a moment. Breathe deep, stretch. Just really try to absorb all this information today. It was incredible writing this. Incredible to me to be writing this and realize that this is exactly what my mother would have been saying on this day, maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm just so grateful for her. We breathe deep and we expand our heart. And this is something I'm learning We cross our hands over our heart like this, and you just do this very gently. Do this to yourself as a treatment. And just kind of lean back, close your eyes for a minute. You just feel this, your fingers are just touching you like this. Your body perceives this as being hugged by someone you love. This raises your consciousness. This is a simple way to soothe your feelings. I'm being hugged by the world. My inner world and outer world are connecting. You feel loved. You're loved by God. You're loved by yourself. You're loved by your inner world, and you take all that love for the world that we cultivate within. We cultivate the world within, and this will be reflected in our outer world as well. We are all gifted. We're all creators. Let's stretch our arms overhead, stretch up, and breathe. Ah. And as I usually say, favorite yoga posture is pulling up the corners of the mouth, smiling. There are times to smile, even though you're feeling afraid, you're feeling overwhelmed, because this is a call. Trust God. He knows what he's doing, no matter how bad things may look. There is a harmony in this universe. The spirit never perishes. The spirit never dies. Let's stand up for our benediction. Today is a new day. We'll take what we've all learned today and we'll use it. And let's see where it leads. Right here, right now, we choose to live our lives from our vision of the indwelling God. Why not? He lives within us. We realize that he's there. Hello. Hello, God. Thank you for helping me. We realize that we're living between two worlds, and we choose to nurture our inner world. And we choose a vision of God as a spirit dwelling within us. And we can change the outer world. So let's have some fun with this. God bless you all. Namaste.